Welcome to Grace Embassy, the place of grace, where destinies are discovered and achieved.
You get what I'm saying? Maybe when you're lying down now, and then you just sit down and say, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Snow clearing. Let me go clear snow. You just jump. You didn't hear it. You didn't see it. Maybe you saw snow falling, but it didn't just occur to you that you should do anything. But you just sit down and just, snow clear snow. Let me go and do it. And the fourth one said, what you see in your dreams or vision can create a big picture in you. There are people who will sleep and wake up with something that they dream of. There are people who will see vision clearly and see. This will create a vision. Now let's go to Genesis chapter 37. Genesis chapter 37 verse 5 to 6. He said, New King James Version, he said, now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. So he said to them, please hear this dream which I have dreamt. Can you imagine? Somebody hates you, you're still telling the person your dream. I'm not going to go into that today a little bit, but maybe next week we'll talk about that. Now let's go to verse 9. Well, that's in Genesis chapter 37. Verse 9 said, verse 9. He said, then he dreamed still another dream and told it to his brothers and said, look, I have dreamed another dream, and this time the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bow down to me. Excuse me, was he trying to tell you that the real sun will bow down to him? Was he saying that you could see that these things are information that talks about the future? So the big picture that God is giving you is not for the now, it's for the future. Let me ask a question. What picture, what big picture, or what do you picture concerning your life? Joseph had a dream. You guys know that there are so many things that happened to him. Joseph had a dream. The brothers hate him. That's to tell you, I don't want to go deep in that aspect, but that's to tell you that you have to mind who you share your dream with. You have to be very careful. They might be your brothers, but they don't like you. So you have to, I'll go to that next week. But what I'm trying to bring out from this passage is the dream. The dream created the vision. The dream created the big picture. What is your dream 2025? What is your dream? In 2025, 2026, in the next 5 years, what is your dream? What picture do you have concerning your future? This word answer to strongest, this word answer to the strongest and to the smartness in the spirit. So that means if you are weak and you are dull, forget about it. The strongest and the smartest. Smartest, I mean to say. What am I saying smartness? Smartest. You know this adage that said the patient dog ate the fattest one. The patient dog will go hungry. Because before you get there, the smartest one will take it. Nobody wait for anybody. The reason why is because the world will not give you what you deserve, but what you demand. So if you sit there and say, I deserve to be because I'm a citizen of Canada, you're your own. Do you know that there are some benefit that belongs to you, you don't know about it, and they will not give it to you? They will not say, oh Jesse, because you're a Canadian, this is what is meant for you. Nobody's coming knocking your door, sending you an email. You have to search for it and say, what is my benefit as a citizen of this land, or as an immigrant? Yes, if there's any benefit for them. Matthew chapter 10 verse 16. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you out as a sheep in the midst of the wolves. Therefore, Be wise as serpents and harmless as dove. Did you see that? I thought we have Jesus, that we can walk freely. Our devil is a lie. Bring out your chest and start moving around. No. He said, be wise. In this world, there are wolves here. You have to be wise the way you move. You have to be harmless. You make sure you don't get harmed. If not, the moment you die, the vision dies. When you die today, nobody's going to carry your vision. So you need to be alive to carry on the vision. When John the Baptist's head was cut off, that was the end of John the Baptist. Nobody talked anything about it. When Jesus Christ died, he resurrected. But everything about him closed. When he resurrected, he started a new chapter. That was why nobody were able to get born again until Jesus Christ resurrected. And that's why in Revelation he said, I was the one that died, and I was the one that rose, and I'm alive. It's a new chapter. This world is cruel. But you can get that, I think, in 1 John. Did I give you 1 John? Yeah, 1 John 5:19. He said, the Amplified Classic said, we know positively that we are of God, and the whole world around us is under the power of the evil one. Did you see that? The whole world is under the power of the evil one. So we are the children of light walking in the world that is under the power of the evil one. Are you guys seeing what is happening now? So that's why you have to take your life so serious. If you don't have the picture of the big picture for your life, the devil will give you a different frame pictures about how your life is going to be. Then you will be a child of God fulfilling the works of the devil. You guys don't know that. The power of the evil one. Now the reason why is because all what the devil is trying to do is to make sure that you don't fulfill what you see. The big picture. It's to make sure you don't fulfill the big picture. All what the devil is trying to do is to make sure that you don't get to your destination. So that's why the Bible says in Matthew, you have to be wise. Wise in your movement, wise in your thinking, wise in your actions. Wise, you have to be wise in what you're doing. This year 2025, make it a point in your life that you will not act foolishly. Okay. How to create a big picture? How to create a big picture? One, you must be tired of the place, condition, and position of your life. How hungry are you? You must. That storyline in Genesis chapter 15, Abraham and God were busy arguing. When God showed him a vision, he told God, he said, why are you showing me this vision? I don't have a child. He said, my servants in the house have children. Let's just give them those blessings and forget about it. All this while from Genesis chapter 12, you'll be promising. It's not working. Forget about it. God said, no. That was where he brought him in verse 6 and 7. He said, count the star. Because the man was tired of where he was. He was tired of his condition. He was tired of his position. He was tired of the place he is. He was so hungry to get out of where he is. The reason why we don't have big pictures is because we are so comfortable where we are. Very comfortable. Wake up in the morning, the food is served. I have some write-up that I did. That's it. You wake up in the morning, the food is served. You don't contribute to the house rent. You don't do anything. You just believe that, well, I'm a child of God, I should just enjoy the moment now. Enjoy it when it is last. When it lasts, how do you call it? Enjoy it, just enjoy it. No, it's more than that. Some people are so comfortable where they are. Very comfortable. Everything is flowing. It's working to their favor. Everything is working for my good. It's working to their favor. They're just comfortable. But they are not achieving the big picture. You guys remember Joseph in Potiphar's house? You guys remember him? The guy was okay. He was leading everybody. He was a slave who is a master also. The Bible says that Potiphar gave him charge over everything in his house except his wife. So the guy was controlling everything. So the guy was, oh man, that kingdom come, I'm here already. God said, that is not the picture I showed you. That is not the picture. The picture I showed you is not to stay in Potiphar's house. You need to get somewhere else. When the guy was very comfortable, God took him to prison. We're going to be talking about that during this period. God took him to prison. And when he got to prison, he calmed down. He started begging for his release. Remember the guy that saw a picture about him dying? The one that was saved? He told him, he said, when you get to the palace, remember me. He started negotiating for his release. Don't be comfortable in a place where you are not fulfilling your destiny. Never be comfortable. When you are not achieving anything, don't be comfortable there. Get hungry and tell yourself, this situation must change. That is when the big picture can be created. When God sees that you are hungry, you say, okay, let's give this guy the information. How hungry are you? Number 2, you must have someone to answer to. Okay? For you to have a big picture, you must have somebody who speaks to you. Let me ask a question. Who got your ears? Who do you listen to? The Bible says, my sheep hear my voice. Who do you listen to? Whose voice do you listen to? Who is guiding your thinking? Who do you share your heart with for correction, for rebuke, for reproof, or for direction? Who do you share? Or you are a tree in the forest? Because a tree can't make a forest. You're just on your own. I can handle it by myself. That's why I make silly mistakes. I can chest it. That's why I make mistake that doesn't make sense. A lot of us that are of this age, that we have gone through that battle. That is how you understand. Certain mistakes we make. You see, the reason why I'm saying this is this. A lot of young people, by this time last year, I was involved, I had a conversation with a lady. And my intention was to see how to guide her before she gets someone that she wants in her life or get into a relationship. Lord have mercy. This lady engaged me in 6 hours argument. She was proving to me that she knows everything. I was trying to tell her. When we finished, I was drained. I was telling her this. She said, no, Pastor Matthew, in our generation, it is our generation. She was just talking generation. And I was telling her, these things are principle. It doesn't matter the generation you belong to. They are principle. We that are of older generation, we have the understanding of the principle. That's why we need to pass it to you, young one. But no, your mindset is the moment you say anything, it's like you are condemning, it's like you are judging. It's like nobody is judging anybody. The person is just trying to tell you, be careful how you get yourself involved in this thing. I'm sorry to say, about 90% of young people don't listen. They don't listen. I was there before, so it's not a new thing. They don't listen. But my own was a little bit different. I grew up with old people. That's why if you are closer to me, I speak parables a lot. So, and the reason why I did that was for me to listen to them. Still doesn't mean that I didn't make mistake, but I didn't go too deep in it because I had an instruction given to me by elderly people. I know some of you don't like looking at my face now, so let me bring my head down. I'll be serious. I'm looking at them. They really don't want to look at my face. Your cycle of accountability will determine how far you can become possibility in your life. Your cycle of accountability. If I ask you now, who are you accountable to?